What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here, and welcome into the Ultra League, where we are bringing the Buzzwole back to the Ultra League with the best save swap in the game, Golisopod, and the best closer for the Ultra League, Shadow Charizard. Now, this team is quite weak to Tapu Fini, so let's hope we can get the Golisopod on the Tapu Fini. So, great matchup here. Steelix into Buzzwole. They come in with the Golisopod. Now, they were faster on the save swap, so what I'm going to do here is lunge and then dip out into my own Golisopod. Aerial Ace hits for that super effective damage, and that lunge gets the guaranteed attack fall. So meaning we could most likely flip this switch here. They're just going to go for the liquidation, probably going for that defense drop here. I'm going to let the next move go through. Just an X scissor. Because their attack fell, I knew I could have survived that Aerial Ace. Oh, no problem. So my Aerial Ace could be coming in after I over farm here. Left, right, good night, Golisopod. And now we have energy to throw at this Steelix. So kind of bad timing here. You want to throw 4 Shadow Claws and then your move, or 1 or 7. So because Dragon Tail is a 3-turn fast move, so I kind of messed up on my charge move time throwing. And charge move time throwing is going to get you wins rather than, you know, letting opponents get full free fast moves. So we get the defense fall on the liquidation, which is really nice. And now we can come in with the Buzzwole here. We can take a dragon breaking swipe, sorry, no problem. Even take a second one, and we can just fully farm down this Steelix, and we should be pretty big chilling with Charizard in the back. So gonna no shield again, and we are up 1 shield, and Charizard with 2 shields against a virizion. The opponent stands no chance, and that's gonna be a good game. Well played to my opponent there. Hopping into the next matchup here, Buzzwole into Charizard. My gosh, you could not ask for a worse lead. So I'm gonna hop into my Golisopod right away. They're gonna farm up some extra energy here, and then they're gonna swap out into a Sylveon. Now, unfortunately, I went for the shield bait here with the Aerial Ace, and that just not does a lot of damage, because if I would have went for liquidation, maybe I could have went for the defense fall, and the second liquidation could have gotten the KO or a shield. So liquidation gonna be coming in. That does some pretty nice damage. So 2 liquidations definitely would have knocked out. Instead, I'm forced to go for 2 Aerial Aces and a liquidation, so it's a lot less energy efficient. We did get the defense fall, which was pretty awesome, but they get the full charm down. And now I don't really want to bring my Buzzwole into this matchup, so I'm forced to bring in my Charizard. And if they're save swapping a fairy type, you best believe there's probably going to be a second fairy type in the back. So we get the full farm down. Let's see what wants to come in. Oh my goodness gracious, it's a Tapu Fini, and that is a game there. Straight RPS matchup. Good game my opponent did. Hopping into the next matchup, Buzzwole into Drapion. Now, this is a pretty good matchup as long as they do not land the Sludge Bomb before you get a lunge off. Sludge Bomb does a lot of damage, especially from the Shadow Drapion. If we get the lunge off, we get the attack debuff, and that's going to be big chillin'. Crunch comes in, that does not do a lot of damage, so I'm going to farm up a little more energy here and then throw the lunge. Lunge is going to be getting that guaranteed attack drop here, and now I can live a Sludge Bomb no problem and get the full farm down. And that's going to be very beneficial for when the next matchup comes in, where I can lunge and debuff them, forcing them probably to swap out. But it's a Jellicent, which is even better because my Golisopod does not do terrible considering I'm running Aerial Ace and not X Scissor. If I ran X Scissor liquidation, that would mean that all my charge moves are going to be resisted, which would be absolutely horrible. But they have a Skunk Tank in the back, so running an ABA Dark Poison line here, pretty weird combination. If they see a Cobalion on the lead, that team is just cracked. Like, just done. Just like this team, if you see a Tapu Fini on the lead, you're gonna have a really hard time coming back from it. But you can honestly stay in with Buzzwole here on the lead and go for a couple lunges and get the attack fall, come in with the Golisopod, shield up the Moonblast, and possibly flip switch there. So hopefully that's how it goes. But anyways, getting back to this matchup here, I'm just gonna go straight Dragon Claw. Charizard will do enough damage here, and I can get the 3 Dragon Claws before they're able to poison jab us all the way down. If I went for the Blast Burn, I just would have got shield, and then I would have had to throw energy at the Skunk Tank. But considering they don't, they end up swapping right away, which is going to be clutch for us. I have to let this go through. Shadow Ball is going to do so much damage here. Oh my goodness. So I throw 1 Shadow Claw, and then I'm going to throw the Aerial Ace. I'm hoping to gosh almighty I can get the 3 Aerial Aces plus the Shadow Claw damage. Should be able to put this into range where I can win this matchup and hopefully come out of here with a move. Let's see here. Second Aerial Ace comes in clutch. and they throw energy. I'm hoping this is not a Shadow Ball. If I counted correctly, this is just a Surf. Not enough to KO us. Resisted move coming in clutch. Can we get the Shadow Claw down? Yes, we can, with the Liquidation loaded. Liquidation is going to be taking care of that Skunk Tank. See, if they just would have went straight for the Shadow Ball, they would have won the matchup. But we ended up taking that one by the hair of our chinny chin chins right there. See that? Yeah, just like that. A little bit of a mistake by my opponent. They could have won that matchup, but we end up taking that one. So Buzzwole into Xerneas. My gosh, not catching any leads here. I'm going to swap straight into the Golisopod here. I'm going to count 7 Shadow Claws, but since I swapped out, they're going to get to the move right as we do, which is fine though. CMP tie, I'm going to shield up the Moonblast. That would do a boatload of damage onto my Golisopod, and I kind of want to keep this thing healthy because they're not swapping out. So now we're going to be able to get to Aerial Ace right before they get to their next move here. Aerial Ace should be grabbing the shield. Yeah, they want to keep their Xerneas alive, and now out comes a Greninja. See, they don't have a solid response to my Golisopod. Now, if I had X's, that would be super effective damage here. Night Slash is going to do some decent damage. I'm going to throw 1 Shadow Claw and then throw my Aerial Ace here. Greninja is quite glassy, so Aerial Ace should do a decent amount of damage. Not as much as I'd liked it to, but this is fine here. We get a full counter through there. Hydro Cannon is not going to be enough to one-shot us. And the good thing is we're going to be able to get the full farm down and have a move to throw out that Xerneas when it wants to come back in. I'm not going to bother throwing a counter as they build up enough energy so they can throw another charge move. So Lunge going to be coming in. That gets no shielded. And what I want to do here is I kind of want to shield this up and lunge whatever Pokemon is in the back. Close combat going to be coming in. And it is a Machamp, and I really wish I did not shield that because we get outpaced to the lunge here. Maybe I should have went for the superpower, but now I can come in with my Charizard. They threw as soon as I got, so it's going to be 7 counters to the rock slide. So here in comes a Charizard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Swap into the Golisopod to catch what I hope to be is the rock slide. It should be the rock slide. Yeah, rock slide coming in left, right. Good night, Golisopod, but that just seals the deal, and Charizard is going to farm all the way down, and that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent here. Hopping into the next matchup here, Buzzwole into Virizion. This is why I chose Buzzwole over Virizion, because you are getting resisted moves. Unless they don't run Stone Edge, every single charge move that they have is going to be resisted, and you love to see that. Lunge doing neutral damage and making their attack to go all the way down, and they say swap into a Stunfisk, and I throw the superpower on CMP time. A little bit unfortunate on my end, but superpower going to doing massive damage onto that XL Stunfisk. I am going to shield up this rock slide here, as I do want to preserve switch here. I'm hoping I can counter down by 5, and unfortunately I cannot, so I'm forced to swap out into my Golisopod. Golisopod can take a rock slide no problem, and we have the Aerial Ace, which is double super effective damage for that Virizion if it wants to come back in. Now I'm really hoping there's not a Jellicent back there, but maybe there's going to be another Steel type. Let's check it out here. Aerial Ace going to be coming in, double super effective damage. Not the hardest hitting charge move, but it's going to hurt the Virizion. We can take a Leap Blade no problem from this health range, so I'm going to let this go here. I'm hoping I can get to another Aerial Ace before they get to the Leap Blade, but they catch. Oh my gosh, they catch on a Sand Slash, and my Buzzwole is looking to eat up the day here. We can come in. We got 2 superpowers locked and loaded. This superpower is going to be absolute destruction. Left, right, good night on the Alolan Sand Slash. I come in with the Charizard, and without Stone Edge, that game is over, and it's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent, and a nice 4-1 set. So I think I'm going to try to switch up maybe Charizard for something, because it is quite weak to Tapu Fini. Maybe like a Jellicent or something like that. I just wanted a nice back Pokemon to kind of sweep with shields down, because Buzzwole is going to be pretty good at getting shield with either the Lunge or the superpower, and Golisopod is going to be the best safe swap in the Ultra League. So I'll have to think about it. Maybe I'll switch up the team a bit, but I do like this. It worked out quite well for me for 1 set. So again, thank you all so very much for watching. If you guys are liking the content, please hit that like button, comment if you want to see anything in the future, subscribe if you haven't, because it really helps out the channel, and we do appreciate it, and we'll see you all in the next video.